You can't be mature and you're not sacrificing. You can't be mature and you're not giving up something for others. Mature is not the volume of your knowledge and your cleverness. Maturity is the extent of your capacity for sacrifice. Amen.
Well, I think it's important that we share our experiences with other people. I think your story will heal you, and your story will heal somebody else. You never know what people are going through. When you tell your story, you free yourself and give other people permission to acknowledge their own story. So I always ask everybody, what's your story? We knew we were ready for the challenge after this one particular sequence in our previous game against Straker Nets. Smalley willing to sacrifice his one-on-one game, Kem willing to sacrifice his dribble drive, Fato willing to sacrifice his open shot, Smalley willing to sacrifice making a tough layup to deliver the ball on a platter for the most open person on that possession. It's hard to beat teams that never give up. The veteran Clippers squad was one of those teams. Best of 3 semi-final, game 1. We had some tough calls that night. Akko Pascal with his signature move. Our starting point guard Akil Boyd got subbed out the game and did the one thing we as a team never tolerate. We must touch every member when being subbed. We would be in for a long night if someone doesn't hold him accountable for his actions. I'll tell any young player, being a part of a team is a special thing. Energy is transferable. Always bring positive energy towards your team despite your struggles. The refs continued giving us tough calls, but our leaders stepped in to calm the younger ones. We knew what we were in for that night. We had a 5-minute span of playing out of character and picked up silly fouls of our own. Fato was subbed and touched every member of the team except his brother, disturbed about his brother's actions. I knew in order for us to come out victorious that night, Smalls had to make it right with the team and someone else had to step up. And that someone just happened to be Mohammed Boy Boy Elias. He glued us back together for a while and we were off and running again. Our main goal was to keep our composure no matter what transpired. MVP called for a technical foul. The young Nikolai Mills provided a spark for us off the bench, scoring a crucial 10 points. The game became really physical. Mohamed Our Glue was now lying flat on the floor after a blow to the face. Mills cleverly changed his tactics after he was called for an offensive foul, hitting 2 back-to-back bombs to keep us alive. Clippers were not giving up. Up 3 points, 7.2 seconds to go in the game. Southern homeboy Akko Pascal did this. Boy G had a chance to win the game on the buzzer. Overtime we go. The fans were excited. This is what they paid their money to see. To earn Clippers' respect, we had to win this game. It's either our record became 19-1 or 20-0. We had the younger legs, so we ran at them, but they just kept coming. Then one of the most unusual things happened that night. My former Shack Attack teammate Sheldon Christian walks onto the floor mid-game to deliver some of the most heartbreaking news to his brother, Kurt Koto Christian, about their niece who just passed away due to gun violence in the capital city. At first, we didn't know what was going on. When we found out, we were all heartbroken. Mariba, understanding that life is way more than basketball, offered words of encouragement. So did Mohamed. Koto was fouled on the next possession and had 2 important shots to take. How does one react during a game to such news? Under a minute, we needed a bucket and a stop. Some players shy away from these moments, but one person was ready for the spotlight that night. Mohamed Boy Elias, with 3 of his game-high 22 points, buried a stone-cold shot. We needed a stop. It was a bittersweet win for us, knowing what one of our opponents and brothers had to go through on this night. Game 2. If any team knows how to bounce back from a 1-point loss, was an experienced Caledonia Clippers. Former Virginia swingman Adrian Joseph suited up for Game 2. But they came out slow out the blocks. Our pre-game plan was to run up the score as fast as possible, understanding basketball is a game of runs and this team somehow knows how to make runs. We led by 18 after 1. Second quarter belonged to them after they restricted us to 10 points and scoring 21 of their own. Our 18-point lead was now down to 7 heading into the half. If they were scoring, we had to score as well. This was the third quarter, dubbed the most important quarter in a game. Fatou, Smalley and Mariba had 23, 22 and 19 points respectively in this game. The fourth quarter was wild. The boys from Caledonia kept coming. We had to capitalize on any mistakes they made. Adrian Joseph for 3. Fatou coming up big on the defensive end again for us at crucial times. Then Mariba announced his presence. We couldn't give Adrian any more open looks, so we assigned Fatou, our best on-ball defender, to stay with him. We closed the game knowing we matured as a team during that series and were one series away from a second consecutive title that season. Every new experience brings its own maturity and a greater clarity of vision.